We're playing.
Hi,
What's
guys.
up, everybody? Welcome back. Round 2, Friday Night Modern.
No spicy yet.
Coming at you live from GameSwap Mason, presented by Top Deck Productions. A little plug, everybody. Feel free to go to our YouTube page. There we put the archives. We put the archives there. Probably it'll be up in 2 to 3 days. You'll be able to look at all these again. You smash the like button. Bro fist the other buttons. Just do all the stuff to the buttons.
If your screen's not broken by the end of the night, you're doing something wrong.
You're doing something wrong. Also, you gotta subscribe here on Twitch. Get informed about whenever we're going live. Live commentary 4 days a week, I think. I know Thursday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Friday. That's 4 days, and even sometimes PPTQs and stuff. You know, a lot of quality content coming at you live on Twitch. Top Deck Productions. Tell your friends. So, got a good round coming up ahead. We got Andrew Tefft, who is going to be on, is it the Esper Goryo's Vengeance against a fellow on Jund. I forget his name, but he's on Jund.
Cool control deck.
So we got a pretty cool little deck. Goryo's Vengeance, a card often known to do unfair things. This edition, I think, is slightly more fair. It's still got those broken kind of Gristlebrand, Goryo's Vengeance type stuff we've all come to know and love, but it also is playing Obsidat, the Ghost Council, typically.
That's pretty.
Which, for those of you that don't know, when you Goryo's Vengeance it, you can stack the Exiles or something where it just works out that he just comes back forever.
There's 2 end-step triggers, and if you stack it so you go Goryo's trigger
resolves.
Goryo trigger first.
So it's like the stack would be like Goryo's, Obsidat. The Obsidat goes away. This sees that it's exiled, and it's like, that's good enough.
Yeah, you can. It's not in play anymore.
Or does that just like fizzle? Yeah. Just evaporates, dissipates into the air, into the stack. So
no one opts that to do that.
And then we all know what Jund's all about. You got Bloodbraid Elf. That's a card. Do you think that is good? By the way, Goryo is spelled not that way. Is it G-O-R-O-Y?
Esper. Y?
How do you spell Goryo's? Y-O. There we go. There we go.
Goryo. How dare you misspell this? Let me misspell it even worse way.
Copy 7789 is now following. What a
look
guy.
Look at that. He listened to our emphatic speech.
Yeah, you know, that's the power of marketing and promotion. That is the power right there. You just witnessed it live.
Victor, business major at Miami University.
I'm not a business major. I'm offended, and now we must fight.
Hey, Victor, how are the business classes right now?
They're pretty dumb. They're pretty dumb. But, you know, I made a game. I'm a 21-year-old paying a lot of money.
Big bucks in the business world.
And I'm making games. But, you know. Neither here nor there.
And
so,
we got our match.
Jund is on the play. No discard spell. That's pretty good, probably. And I see that our Esper Goryo's guy really has a lot of interaction. He's got a Supreme Verdict in his hand. He's got a Fatal Push.
Yeah.
He's got...
kind of flooded that hand.
I believe he's got a Collective Brutality as well. I think I see a Gristlebrand.
I don't see a Gristlebrand.
Do you not see Gristlebrand?
No.
What's that third card?
I think it's Inquisition.
That is... I think that... What is that card right there?
Lingering Souls?
It might be a Lingering Souls,
2 Fatal Push, Lingering Souls, Collective Brutality, Supreme Verdict, Jace. Land.
So he's got a little tight on the mana.
So there's really going to be a lot of this Jace lives, and it's definitely not going to.
Yeah, you're playing against Jund. I believe our friend Kevin here has a Dreadbore, so he could even kill it when it flipped.
Many different ways.
If he wanted.
If your Jund opponent doesn't play a turn 1 discard spell, they have so much removal in their hand. They just have to.
Yeah. They're either flooded on creatures or flooded on removal.
Or both.
Or typically both.
They usually have a combination.
Liliana, that's probably a pretty good card in the matchup. However,
Tefft is on 2 lands still.
He probably would have rather hit a land there, for sure. Now, do you think there's any merit here to maybe trying to kill this Skoos?
Oh, you totally kill Skoos.
Kill the Skoos with the Collective Brutality.
You use 2 modes.
And you use 2 modes? Okay.
You just discard Souls, dude. Souls is so good discard here.
Yeah, that is actually very true. So I'm going to be interested to see if he ends up just playing out the Jace, because I got a feeling that'll be pretty wrong. Looks really bad in the face of Liliana of the Veil as well. So goes for the Collective Brutality line, pitches Lingering Souls. Okay, is that a altar?
It's an altar deporter.
Okay. That's why it was freaking me up so much.
I want Smash. Why is this Magic? True. Sorry guys.
Smash Is a
Great
good game. Is a good game.
Hey, come to the Miami varsity tryouts this Wednesday.
A little cross promotion plug. I like it.
It's pretty sweet.
Are you a marketing major? That was high level right there, my dude.
It'll be fun. We'll travel tournaments and it's a good time.
So it looks like Andrew did not get there on the land, which is unfortunate. He's gonna have to do a little pass here, which doesn't feel great. And this Jace is almost surely gonna die. I'm pretty surprised that our friend Kevin here did not abrupt decay or something on end
He's got Bloodbraid Elf, so you want to cast a Bloodbraid Elf.
Yeah. So I
that was awkward.
I definitely think he maybe just untapped and drew a little too
Yeah.
quick. Didn't really understand what this Jace was. Now that he's reading it.
Blake, good luck with that.
So that's unfortunate. Now, okay, now that you've actually had a little bit of a misstep, you're Kevin here. You didn't cast your removal spell on end step. Do you have to just accept that and use the removal spell on your main phase and not cast the?
He's got a Dreadbore in hand, right? Or did you get rid of the Dreadbore?
I believe he has the Dreadbore.
I would probably just.
You probably just be like, I'm not playing the Bloodbraid this turn and go for the.
I'd probably play Bloodbraid Elf.
You would play the Bloodbraid Elf.
And then just I have Dreadbore for the Jace at the flip, so it's not a big deal.
Okay,
there's a good chance I get a removal spell off the Jace anyways.
My thoughts are just you don't want him to hit lands as much as possible. You want to like maybe continue that screw and that filtering aspect.
Yeah, but
of Jace is really good in these Esper. You know, if somebody has Jace, they're probably
there's still a good
kind of
chance
using
you
it
kill the Jace
unfairly.
with Bloodbraid Elf anyways, though.
There's a chance. There's definitely a chance.
And it's not like it's that bad if you like a Tarmogoyf or something off of it. You're like, okay, well they get lands, but now I have so much pressure on them.
That is
and
fair.
I still have this Dreadbore no matter what for backup. And if I draw something good, I can now do this nonsense. And he's gonna have a Bloodbraid Elf now, but it's gonna be a lot less scary. He's got Verg coming up, so. Hey, watch the removal spell. Imagine how good the Liana would have been last turn. The Bloodbraid Elf, I guess. We wouldn't know because he fetched.
Yeah. That would have been pretty good. That would have been pretty good.
That would probably been a game.
Now I'm curious. I saw a godless shrine as well. If you noted, there was a godless shrine revealed off that cascade.
Oh, you're right, it was.
So I'm curious if he has any white cards in his main deck, or if he's just got a very light splash for the souls in the side.
What?
Minus, I don't like that because now you're basically are just saying, kill my Liliana, please.
That's so bad.
But also it is kind of awkward because plussing it could potentially be dangerous if he's sitting on like a Goryo's Vengeance.
Yeah, I would probably do neither thing. Personally.
Is it reasonable just to play it and not do anything with it? I mean, especially if Kevin's hand is good. I mean, but if that's the case, is it better just to minus it, just to at least kill one spirit token?
Next turn, you're going to untap, you'll do a bunch of nonsense with it. I mean, maybe I might pick up. It's kind of close. He's got like a pretty bad. Like, Abrupt Decay doesn't really do anything in his hand right now.
Yeah.
It's like not that good, not that useful. And you're still getting. I mean, you can get Goryo, I guess. That's kind of scary. But you didn't discard anything off of the Collective Brutality when you had the chance to. So
yeah,
there's been a few draw steps.
That is noteworthy.
It's actually kind of close. I feel like you should have thought about it a little more at least.
And now Andrew playing his own Liliana, presumably going to minus, get rid of that.
So Andrew's in an amazing spot.
Well, now this Abrupt Decay has a target, and so does this Dreadbore.
Green black counter
so now he can go. Really, just had a pretty sick rip of Dark Confidant.
We'll try to see if we can get a green black counter to your energy deck next round as soon as possible. That'll be our priority.
Yes, I don't think anybody in the room is jamming that, but certainly possible. You know, I don't know.
Counters decks. And these decks have counters.
So now, do you think there's any difference in Dreadbore versus Abrupt Decay being better in that spot? Because he ended up using the Dreadbore. Do you think?
Yes, I would definitely have used Abrupt Decay. So this is Jace is a real, like not baby Jace, but a real Jace. If my opponent's playing a blue deck, I'm gonna
without knowledge of what your opponent's playing, it's probably Jace is a good card.
I mean, I think Intertouch should be playing a couple of Jaces anyways if he's not.
Maybe, I mean, Jace is an expensive little card.
It is an expensive card.
If
you tell me I'm not playing Jace because I can't afford it, I mean, I'm like, yeah, true,
See,
fair enough. You know, I totally understand why you don't have that.
And my issue is I now no longer want to play decks that need or want Jace because I don't want to be Jaceless. Now, is he just going to slam an opposite head here? I mean, you got it, right?
Why would you? It's so good in this matchup, actually. Dude, that's like a good threat just normally.
Right, it's 6 mana?
5.
It's 5 mana. Ooh, it's way better than I thought.
Just very color intensive, though.
Yeah, it's black, white.
Indeed.
One.
One.
We got a reader.
Adds up.
Got a reader. Hey Kevin, this is bad.
Nice
Your abrupt decay cannot handle that. Neither could your dreadbore if you still had that in your hand, and you're about to start getting smacked.
You want to talk about the funny thing about Obsidat though?
So actually, if you want to throw Obsidat up on the screen just so everybody knows what it does, it's got a lot of little text.
I want to talk about a funny thing that happens with Obsidat a lot in rulings.
Okay.
They had to change the ruling because of this card.
They had to change the ruling for what?
For Obsidat. Because this happens so often in competitive play that it literally just ruined people's day way crazy amounts. And that is, if you used to draw your card before you used to draw a card and then try to go your turn and put Obsidat into play, it was too late. Obsidat was now exiled forever. Until ever. It was gone.
Okay.
That's the way, because Obsidat, the way it works is, it comes back during the beginning of your upkeep with haste and all that, and it drains them. But you would just say, the way the ruling worked is, it would basically assume a missed trigger on the draw step. If you skip your upkeep, it's gone. So people would play Obsidat and then draw for their turn, like untap draw, and then try to put Obsidat into play. And the judge would get called and be like, this is not a thing. You cannot do this.
And they changed that?
They did change it. Now it's a.
Is that good? I mean, you missed the trigger, you know.
Well, they changed it so it's
good.
It's called like a, they made a new ruling called like a very one that's like a very destructive trigger. So if it's that bad for you, then they
it just wrecks you so hard.
Yeah, if it wrecks you that hard, instead they give you a warning, and then if it happens again, then it's gone.
Okay.
For that kind of thing.
If
there's any judges on there that have the exact name for that trigger, I know Obsidat is one of them, and there's a few others, but they made a new ruling just for that.
just because just the feels were too bad.
I actually saw it happen in the final of PPTQ once, where the other guy, it was rough.
Ooh. Well, Andrew kind of still had all these.
Yeah, Andrew won that game. It was.
He was sitting on the path of the push, so he was sitting pretty. Even a verdict, if somehow things got so bad that he needed to just have a little bit of a reset button.
I thought it was fun to get a little Magic history lesson with Obsidat though.
Yeah, no,
in case you guys know.
I appreciate that.
The card has changed Magic forever.
Yeah, what was that? Was he big in standard?
Yeah.
Was he big in the standard? What set was he in? Was he Gate Crash?
I mean, he was in the.
I think that was right on the
it was
edge.
Gate Crash, you're right.
That was right on the edge of when I started playing competitive Magic.
So
that was like right. So I think I missed most of that. I played a pretty sweet mono green deck in those days with Predatory Ooze.
The very first card you always mention is
Predatory Ooze is a sick
Dungrove Elder
card.
was a much better card in that deck than Predatory Ooze was.
Dude, you're dumb, first of all. I also played that one Miracle card, Revenge of the Hunted.
Good card.
That is a sweet card.
The worst of all the miracles, though.
It was still good, honestly. And I remember being like this is my first like FNM that I'm playing in, and I would miracle this card, and the GameSwap Mason like veterans would be like, ugh, as I ended up demolishing them with my 7/7 trampling Predatory.
I don't think there was such thing as GameSwap Mason veterans, because GameSwap was just brand new at that time.
Well, they definitely were pretty soddy that your boy was Revenge of the Hunting them. They did not like that. Because, I mean, if I was playing at, like, a standard tournament right now, and I just got, like, mono-miracled by some random kids, I would feel a little bit bad. I don't blame
Miracles
them.
was definitely a field out mechanic. To be fair, that was also the same format as Bonfire, being, like, literally the dumbest thing ever to happen, and then Bonfire dittos. I think it's reasonable that they should be salty if you're deciding to play in a format where Bonfire is like the premier card, you should not be playing it if you're a Salt Lord.
I mean, Bonfire is that's like good just straight up sometimes too.
A lot of X ones in that format. A lot of X ones.
I mean,
Huntmaster is like a 4 of almost every red green deck. Let me tell you about Bonfire against Huntmaster.
It feels pretty good.
It's pretty good.
How much mana do you need for that? Is it what
5?
5? Is it XX red?
X is red, yeah. So
X
5
is
and
red.
2.
And then what's the miracle? Just red X?
Yeah. That thing's sick.
Dirty. Mark Anliker, fellow Top Deck production friend, commentator,
he gets referenced a lot.
swears that card is playable in
Modern. I think it's playable in Modern.
And he's definitely had a lot of really sick scenarios.
Yeah.
Where he just casts it from his hand. I mean, Lingering Souls, it's good against that.
If you guys are playing Is a Staticaster in Modern, I mean, it's kind of a similar effect with other upside, other downside.
Yeah, I mean, Is a Staticaster's like my favorite card. It's like one of my favorite cards of all time. I've never had 2 in play though, ever.
I have had multiple. I've had more than 2 in play.
I remember the first time I met you. You were playing against somebody and you had like
Josh
3
Green?
in play. No, you're playing against Bernie Wen.
Oh, was I?
Yeah.
That's awesome.
And I remember you were stuck on lands, but you just kept drawing Is a Staticasters.
Dude,
and Bernie was, unsurprisingly, not thrilled.
Throwback to that same deck that I played for months, and that deck was sick. It played 3 Curse of Death's Hold.
Okay. That's the
and
-1.
Staticasters.
Is that -1 to stuff?
Yes, every creature opponent controlled -1/-1. It played 3 or 4 of the Staticasters.
And
it played like Rouser Rocks and stuff.
And did it play the Soul Bond thing that gave him Death Touch?
No.
I've had that happen to me before.
That was cool. No, this is just I would just make everything very tiny and then kill it with all my
with your
like it was Curse of Death's
-1, 2
yeah.
Is a Staticasters.
And then it was just Planeswalker Control after that. I played like 2 Rouser Rocks and then some other nonsense. But sweet deck. Oh my god.
Was Raffles Eric was like actually good? That makes me happy.
Yeah.
He's 3 mana, right?
4
mana? Okay.
Not
that's
bad.
good.
You can tap your
pretty
Staticaster with it.
You could tap yours.
Untap
Ooh, okay. That's a little bit of a synergy.
That happened a lot, actually.
I'm into that. And now our opponents, or our players have shuffled, presented, and have begun. Again, no turn 1 discard.
Hey.
Ooh, look at that. Do you see that card at the bottom of his deck? A little Hazoret. I toyed with the idea of putting that in a Jund list myself, but then I decided that I'm pretty sure it's just worse than Bloodbraid.
I think you play both, honestly. But
I
also,
think you can.
We're talking about 4-drops and parity.
Okay.
You have another very good 4-drop. One that is better than all.
Jace the Mind Sculptor?
And in your Tefft's hand.
Is it Jace the Mind Sculptor?
Mind Sculptor?
Oh, so he does have the Jace the Mind Sculptors. I'm into that.
It's like you should have played the Eradicate last game.
Yes, so...
So yeah, we got some 4-drop battles. We'll see how these go.
Okay, I'm
into
this.
It's pretty sweet against Jace, though.
I'm into this, and this is the first time I think I would have seen a Jace in play. I've not played against Jace in Modern
yet. Not
yet.
yet? Yeah. That's crazy.
After 10 rounds of Modern, nobody has cast a Jace against me.
It changes zone trigger. Is that what it's called now? Okay.
We'll trust you. We'll trust you, guy. You got a really horrifically green-colored name, and I can't even really tell what it says.
NWPSB agent.
Is that what it is?
Here, I think what it stands for is. I don't know what I was gonna say.
Mega Weenie.
Please.
I'm not just imagine a bunch more profanities.
I can't think of anything besides profanity whenever I read a name like that.
So
I can't think of anything clever besides that.
So it looks like Andrew Tefft is collective brutality pitching Goryo's Vengeance, which is which is interesting. I mean, you gotta presume that's the reason for that.
Did he kill a guy? Oh, he did. No, he might not.
He did kill the Bob.
He does an extra.
Yeah, he does have an extra.
Well, there you go.
But he doesn't have a guy to throw down with it yet. So I think that's a situation where if you're Kevin, you can kind of assume a lot about Andrew's hand. You can assume he doesn't have a guy, and you can probably assume he has another one.
So
another Goryos.
Bronze 5LP0. Thank you for the love, man. We got some. Yeah, we try our best to keep the commentary. To get the content good and make sure the viewers get what they want. And right now, that's Jund versus Esper.
You've provided a little plug for our YouTube page, just so everybody knows. Feel free to visit us on YouTube, where we put all these matches up, typically within a day or two.
You can listen to all of our silky voices as much as you want.
Ooh, silky smooth, coming at you live. Coming at you live. But right now, we're resolving a Thoughtseize.
This is ASMR between rounds.
I'm down. we can do ASMR Magic card hand shuffles. I'd be into that. I would fall asleep to that. But now, what I presume, I got to imagine Jace is getting taken here.
I assume so. He does have a treetop.
Barring something wacky. I mean, yeah, Treetop. I do think Treetop Village's stock went up a little bit, and it looks like he's actually deciding.
I mean,
get that freaking heckin' D-Sphere out of here. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. What does he have in his hand? Oh, he's got
a Scavenging Ooze. I think
someone is not afraid of Jace. This man has no fear against Jace.
He also does have a Bolt.
No,
I believe.
A Grim Lavamancer.
Oh, it's a Grim Lavamancer. Okay.
I'm pretty sure.
It's definitely a red card.
I thought for sure Lavamancer, but then he passed, and now I'm kind of confused.
So I gotta imagine that's a Bolt. If it is a Grim Lavamancer, I definitely think he played that.
Not very good here.
Yeah, because if he has 2 threats that are able to actually does he? Yeah, because there is one creature in graveyards at the moment.
You just brainstorm.
So I'm interested to see what he's gonna do here. I mean, yeah, probably
That's reasonable.
finds a fatal push.
What card does he not want forever? Goryo's, I guess. Sure. So you're gonna be able to
Yeah, I
one
mean
card away.
he's got a very control hand,
it's
just
a bolt.
mono removal,
My mistake.
and now probably gonna end up activating that little treetop village.
So
Ooh, he drew a Twilight Mire,
That's
which
what
actually
we
pretty
see.
good
Jace
here.
at his worst, still not bad
Yeah,
cantrip.
not
He still
bad.
did 2 for 1.
Yeah.
He did 2 for 1. I don't think I would have bolted there. I think I would have attacked the scavengers and held my bolt, but you never know if you might want to kill a small Jace or something.
Yeah. And now
Also,
I
now
think-
if he verdicts, it's a lot scarier.
I think I probably would have tapped differently, so that way I could get an extra green mana out of that Twilight
Yes.
Mire. So I could just like eat another random thing out of Andrew's graveyard, probably like the path. Or maybe you just hold up the activation of it. Probably just hold up an activation. And
Yeah.
well, because to activate the treetop, you have to use your Blooming Marsh. And you don't want to use the Twilight Mire because then it puts 2 green
No,
mana in your pool
you
right
just
then
use
immediately.
Twilight
Oh, so
Mire
you just use Twilight Mire, eat the guy, activate your thing,
Without the
and then hold up the
yeah, Blue Marsh.
Blooming Marsh. Okay.
Figure it out.
We figured it out. We got there.
Fetch, shock.
So you can see that, like, with these mid-range decks, there's so many decisions. There's so many decisions that are going on pretty much at all points, even when you have no cards in hand,
Andrew's in a good spot here,
which
though.
is interesting. He's in a very good. His hand is quite good.
Quite good. He got a swamp there instead of an island, which is very curious. Oh, he's got an island play. Okay, I see. I was more saying that because he's got Seer Resistance in hand, and he's also wants to activate this Creeping Carpet next turn. I assume this Creeping Carpet might want to do some trading duty.
Draws another fetch. Season. Is the Supreme Verdict going to be good here? Probably not.
I wouldn't keep the Supreme Verdict. But
I mean, he's got a fetch,
yeah,
so he
maybe
can't
keep
just
it
fetch it
in case.
away.
If he draws a creature, then it's good. So.
Yeah. So that's
V-Sphere. I wouldn't do that. I would just hold up my Creeping Carpet block.
yeah, because you do know that there's no chance of the creature getting
Especially you notice the verdict on top too.
Yeah, and one thing I will note, I like it when you see those situational cards like Verdict on the top of your deck with your Serum Visions. I think it's just noteworthy to point out that it's good just to leave it there just in case.
Yeah.
In case if the board gets to a point where you want to do that.
Currently, I'd much rather have a Detention Sphere in my hand and a no Creeping Carpet in play in this spot than the other way around.
I mean, is there any merit to just wanting to block the Treetop Village with the
Carpet?
with the Tar
I
Pit?
think you want to fatal push it there. And maybe you
Does he have the Fatal Push in hand?
Yeah, you used it already.
Okay.
Yeah, you killed him. I think because fatal push is a lot less
Oh,
value
okay,
than
yeah,
Detention Sphere is.
That's reasonable. Yeah, and I mean, a Liliana would kind of be annoying here.
Liliana, and also
Or-
just like,
This Verdict is just it wants to be around, you know. I can't imagine he's playing really more than like 2 of those.
I guess he does have a clock now. Which is something.
Yeah.
I don't really value a clock very much, but maybe I'm just a dirty control player.
Yeah. I mean, he's got a lot of draws at this point that are just like poop.
Well,
like
they're now top deck mode, except there's a Creeping Carpet in place. This is gonna be interesting.
Colgan's Command, that's an interesting card.
Yeah.
No.
That is a good reason to Detention Sphere
Yeah.
the Scavenging
Yeah.
instead.
No creatures in graveyard, and Andrew just got 1 card in hand. I'm curious as to. I gotta imagine Kevin's just gonna hang on to this to shoot the Tar Pit and make
Yeah.
him discard a card.
I think that's the line.
I don't really think there's
I
too many.
could even see holding it, but oof.
Opposite that,
That's pretty good.
that is pretty good.
That's probably a game.
That's-
How's that so good against these Jund decks?
Yeah, that'll do it. Trigger. Gain and drain for 2. Kevin is now looking at this.
Now you definitely hold that Colgan's Command. Now you hold the draw Lightning Bolt. See if you can deal with this guy.
Putting him on quite a quick clock, and then next has him on a 3-turn clock because next turn he's gonna
don't
start.
Use Colgan's Command. Don't use it. Don't do it. Don't do it.
I think Andrew's just like kind of
Alright.
tempting him a little bit by hanging on to this little tap land in his hand. Oh,
Yeah.
and he got he got what he
exact
needed.
situation came up.
So this
That's
is a
awesome.
game. This is a game now.
Yeah.
I mean that
This will be fun.
Tar Pit is gonna still be coming in, but he doesn't really care. He just got
He's gonna be the old 2-for-1 myself.
yeah, but you know.
Make you discard that land in your hand that doesn't do anything.
Shout out to Ken for subscribing.
You subscribed?
I think so.
Was
Or followed or something. He did something. Just thanks.
Whatever.
Whatever you did.
Yeah,
Whatever
we
you
appreciate
did.
it.
Shout out. Let me know if I pronounced your stuff wrong. If so, I
KKK.
apologize.
Yeah, we love all the KKK guys.
So
here.
is that a 2-for-1 of yourself? I mean, you technically,
You turn for yourself.
but
you
you,
kinda
but you,
wanted to
you got
more
their
than-
card out of their hand, right?
It's a land. I mean, technically, okay, not
Technically, it's a 2
You,
for 2,
you only
right?
you killed the land, you used your 2 best spells, and then you lost 4 and they gained 4. Not a great trade, honestly.
Not the best.
And there's that Jace. That'd
And
be
he-
nice if he had that bolt still. Imagine if he still had that bolt from a long time ago that he used to kill the Jace for no reason.
Yeah, true.
We would not have been in this spot.
Okay, yeah, that's good. That's a good point.
We actually, if this Jace would have been dead, everything would be traded off. Probably wouldn't have taken 4 up as opposite that.
And now
Dude, it's all,
this
little things come up. Like,
yeah,
you gotta really
no.
gotta pay
I
attention
mean,
to that.
especially it's just the butterfly effect, gets really pronounced, and like you can oftentimes, it seems like maybe I can
And
see
now the game's over.
a lot of times players being in positions where they're like,
This game wouldn't have been over if you didn't do that.
yeah, exactly, and I think a lot of times players get in these spots where like I got so unlucky, when in reality, if you follow down the game to a certain point, and little mistakes like that really manifest themselves in being ultimately how the game fell, completely out of control. And he's
Yeah.
dead.
Andrew-
A little handshake, very
Andrew-
tiny handshake. Did you see that little handshake?
Yeah, it's a little
Just-
thing. Sad, but Andrew played pretty damn well. I mean,
Yeah.
I saw some things that maybe I would have done a little
Andrew has
differently,
been Andrew's been playing this deck for a while, and I definitely think while I think you can make arguments for that the detention sphere line being slightly suboptimal, but I think there is a case you can make
He
there.
did draw the Collins man.
Yeah, and he did draw the Colgan's command, which is one of the reasons why you do that.
And also the black source for Obsidian, actually, the Tar Pit was the black source for that.
Yeah, that as well.
Maybe,
So
actually, maybe that's probably the right line now.
Yeah.
Yeah. Think about that Obsidian being that good.
because
Spot.
Obsidat is just a slam dunk. You know what I'm saying?
It's really good. I guess.
Welcome back to the booth, everybody. Do you remember how many minutes we had on that last match?
A lot.
I'm
30
curious
probably.
if you can
Left.
go, if anybody, yeah, we got 27 minutes left. If our table spotter is feeling generous and would like to maybe grab another match for us, that would be cool.
Good guy table spotter.
I wouldn't be mad about that. We got
I
Scott.
would be very mad.
Scott operating the table tonight.
I did not
for
come
us.
here to commentate Magic. I came here to talk, and I don't want anything to get in my way.
I just came.
Sorry, guys.
I just came
This
to
is our
propagate
podcast.
my ideologies to the community of Twitch. How we doing tonight,
How do you guys feel
everybody?
about communism?
Any DAE like communism. Now, I'm curious if there are any kind of decks people are trying to watch tonight on their Friday evenings. We got a pretty diverse crowd
Tell us your
this
favorites.
evening. Not a whole lot of combo decks. I'm sorry if people were interested in combo decks.
Give us a comment below if you want
But-
to see what kind of deck you'd like.
Now, I'm uncertain. I think we may have just gotten the fact that everybody's in game right now. Is that correct? Everybody's in game right now. So
Let's talk.
we'll just hang out back here for a little bit. If you want to keep checking on people, see if anybody starts going to game 3. All right, we got that. So now we're back here. So what do you want to talk about? How you feeling? What are you brewing up in this new modern metagame?
What am I brewing up? Math homework mostly.
You're
but
doing a lot of math homework. Okay, nice.
in terms of, I mean, I just think Jace decks are sick. I would be playing. I play a Jace deck. I think Jeskai's the best deck, personally.
So in this theoretical Jace Jeskai deck, which I do think there was from this past weekend a Jace Jeskai deck that won a classic, maybe. I could be wrong there. If somebody wants to double check that for me, that'd be cool. But are you playing like Wall of Omens in this deck?
No.
See, I want to play Wall of Omens and Restoration Angel again.
No.
I love those
that's
cards.
Not this card. Why would you play Resto when you can play Jace?
Why not both?
Because you don't need to. You can just play lower end cards and then have the card advantage already, and then win the game easier.
See, here's one of the philosophies I'm hearing from a lot of people online, like a
Okay.
lot of like Star City writers and stuff. They claim that Jace is gonna be best in decks where it's an additional threat, not just a source of card advantage, because that's not what control
Yeah,
decks
it
are
is an
necessarily
additional
missing.
threat. Their main threat is Colonnade.
Their main threat is Colonnade. Well, see, the thing, just the thing that I don't even know what stance I would take on this, but the thing I think a lot of other content producers
when you
have
pressure
argued
them to
is,
do different things and they kill the Jace, they can't deal with the Jace and the other thing at the same time.
Mhm.
I know the argument. I think it's a little faulty, honestly.
Okay, you do?
Yeah.
I think that's fair. I think that's a fair.
My argument for that being, sure, I'm gonna say Jace's weaknesses is not the fact that he doesn't win you the game. Okay.
Okay.
If you have an active Jace in play for multiple turns, he's gonna win you the game. That's true. I think his main weakness though is not being able to put yourself in a situation where you can play a Jace safely and keep the Jace around. I don't think having another threat they have to deal with right away is really propagating that goal as much. Because if you put yourself interaction to cheaply deal with things, it'll give you the tempo. You can actually plop the Jace down between the situation. Playing clunky cards around that don't actually let you, like, playing the clunkier that your deck is, it basically just means more expensive spells that are like less flexible. Any win condition in your deck is not a very flexible card.
Okay.
That's just a fact. I guess that's not really a fact, but just go with me on that. Generally true.
Excuse me.
It does not go well with the plan of
you
play Jace. You want to have flexible things to be able to make the Jace. You want to be able to put yourself in a situation with the cards in your hand to make this Jace do things. Or if you don't, you can still have a Jace you can still get card rid other Jace. It's still the cards you.
So you're of the philosophy that you want as much cheap interaction with Jace as possible.
Yes, and I think when people talk about they want another threat to go along with Jace,
like I don't hate the sound of like a Sultai list with like Tarmogoyfs.
I'd say a threat to go along with Jace is just as good as cheap interaction in the situations where the threat, because it means they have to deal with it just like they deal with the interaction they have to deal with.
And I would say there's a lot of value in having a creatureless deck. There's a lot of value in having that nowadays. Everybody's got so much. Fatal push. Lightning bolts are still like kind of fine against you, but they're not amazing. Not the best. You got a lot of value by having just dead cards in your opponent's deck game one.
So I think cards are very flexible. The most flexible cards are the Jeskai list cards.
I think that's reasonable, and I want to play with timely reinforcements so bad. I have a Russian foil timely.
Timely's great with Jace.
Timely is phenomenal just in general. The number of times I would just let my opponent's Snapcasters resolve so I could get full value and then proceeded to kill them with 2/1/1s.
That happens a lot.
That happens so much. It's like one of the best win conditions. And it's actually, in my opinion, very good against Jund.
Let's talk about why cards like that get so much better with Jace as well.
You can dig.
Not only can you dig, if they suck, they're gone.
Get that hecking crap out of here.
Situational
you know what I'm saying?
cards get much better when you can just get them out if you don't need them.
Yes.
Jace isn't as good as a copy as Brainstorm is in Legacy, but it's close. It's pretty good.
You'll take it.
Yeah, cards.
You'll take it.
Whenever you're allowed to manipulate your deck like that and manipulate the cards you've already drawn, situational cards will always just get better. Just like they.
A lot of those borderline cards.
The cards like that as well. The lower end Mario gets, like lower to the ground, to try to beat Jace decks. Also better. Those kind of cards get. You gotta try to keep tempo, try to keep match.
Right. A lot of 5-color zoo lists running around timely. I would be happy to have that against them. And now our current match, we got Affinity versus Jund aggro. So I'm curious as to what this list is kind of like.
We just talked about how no Jund deck. All Jund decks should be called Jund. But now your next round, you've already found a deck to be differentiated.
I mean, I think our last Jund did say Jund Bloodbraid. I think that correction was made. Whether or not it needs to be a correction is up for debate. But we do have some Jund aggro. Eddie, unfortunately, has mulliganed, and it looks like
he's got an S champion.
Quite a slow start. You're happy to see that from Thomas's side, but you got to imagine.
Your champion seems super good against this deck, though.
Yeah.
2 S champions now. Yeah, this is going to be rough.
So he just got to get the mana to cast it, and I believe he does.
Dude, S champion is just a dumb card. I really don't care about any other card in the Affinity deck a lot of time besides S champion.
Yes.
How often does that happen where I'm just like, this is the only card I care about?
Most of the time.
It's really silly. Ooh, activating it. Why?
A bold move. You could just cast the Vault Scourge,
which seems better.
I mean, because you can get blown out pretty hard by like a Nature's Claim here.
He does have 2. Yeah, that's true. That's a real thing that could happen. He does have 2. Oh,
Yahtzee.
No, he's gonna blow out. He can also bolt the Signal Pest. He doesn't have 3 mana next turn. It's also really bad for him.
Oh yeah, no, that's actually very true. And maybe Thomas is noticing this.
So
He's thinking about this.
I see why he did that though.
And did you also see the pump fake that we referenced? What just happened?
He played Dragon Summon tap.
Oh.
It worked out okay for Finny.
Yeah.
But the reason why I think the Affinity player did that, also Dragon's coming. This is why I card that's bad, by the way. These lanes are not very good in Modern. Well, in Cemetery. Probably a budget mana base.
I'm typically okay with playing like 1 to 2 of these in a mid-range list.
I don't know a mid-range list. I would say a control list.
Most of the time,
This is also not a mid-range deck. This is an aggro deck, dude.
Yeah, that is also true. If
S champion looking very good on this board.
Yeah. So I don't even. I know that red card does something
Lighting
that
Water.
like haste and something.
Oh, this is brutal.
So, what happens here? How much is he taking?
He just taking.
So Lightning Mauler is a 3/1 or something with haste.
2/1.
2/1.
And it gives a creature haste.
Soul Bond.
Yes.
Soul Bond
So
creature
you
has
attacked
haste.
with it, gave it Rancor, got in for a total of 4 damage. This is not looking good for the aggro player.
Now we got a 3/3 at champion. He probably can
They're
attack.
playing really fast again. I feel like there's more lines you guys need to be making. You guys need to think about your lines. You know, it's not a big deal.
I mean,
use your brain.
I don't think Eddie really needs to take his time here.
Oh.
I mean, just
Well, no,
slam
I
3 drops.
still think he misplayed earlier. That's what I was talking about.
Oh, okay. With the
I
attack
want to
on
explain
the
why I
land.
think he did it though.
Yeah, I mean,
I think he did it because he got bored, Signal Pest, 2 Mon Nexus in play. He draws the land. You can kind of get. He kind of can go a little bit aggro. You can put him to 5 poison. You get some stuff going.
okay.
That's why maybe if he has
Okay,
the other guy
yeah.
has a really fast start. I don't think it's right, but I see why he was thinking about it. But his hand being 3-drop dependent. What is that? Ancient Grudge? No.
A braid, maybe?
What is that card? It's a cool looking card though.
Yeah, I have no idea what that card is. If the table spotter could let me know what card that is.
Is that naturalized? Is that a modded? Is that?
Blur of Braids.
I don't even know
What
that
even
card
is?
does, guys.
All right.
Sorry,
yeah.
it's very rare. I don't. Neither of us know what a card does.
I'm Google, or actually, if you want to throw this card up on the screen, I'm sure other people are. Blur of Blades, excuse me, is what that is. I believe he's pulling it up.
I think I know what that.
Throw it
card
on the
is.
screen.
Is that deals 3 sorcery?
Put in -1/-1 counter on target creature. Blur of Braids deals 2 damage to that creature's controller. Spicy. What's up, guys? You just
Kind of like a really bad Steering Blaze.
I apologize for the cough. Coming off a little bit of a head cold from this past week.
You make me sick.
Blur of
We're
Blades.
in this little small room together. We're literally all of our air is being trapped and like there's no circulation. If I get sick
Taste
this
it.
again, I'm so mad.
Taste it.
I did not sign up for this. Ooh, it's like a Manamorphose.
This is a man.
Even though he's got a Grim Flare in hand. That's not like Manamorphose. Look at that Nombo.
What's the Nombo here?
So he went Blubbered Elf into Burning Tree. Make 2 mana.
Mm-hmm.
And the 2-drop in his hand is a Grim Flare.
So?
Well, good
You
luck
can make-
casting that Grim Flare with Burning Tree Emissary.
Ooh, okay. Okay.
If it wasn't Manamorphose, so
Yeah, if it wasn't Manamorphose, that's what I thought we were talking about. I was like, that's sick. I don't know what you're talking
It
about.
was a creature Manamorphose. It doesn't actually quite do exactly
Yes.
what Manamorphose does.
Oh, that is unfortunate. You hate to see it, folks.
If someone tells me I can either, I have this thing, I get mana, whatever, and my option after that is to either draw a card or put a 2/2 creature into play.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know about you, but the kind of magic I'm playing, I'm drawing a card.
I like drawing cards.
Why would I play a 2/2 bear, do nothing, when I can draw another
I mean,
card?
you're
I can do
talking
it
to the
again.
guy that already has Manamorphose in his Bloodbraid Elf deck. You really don't need to convince me a shit here.
But why am I even play Bloodbraid Elf? That's a creature. You just play draw and cantrip.
Yeah, you can do that as
And then
well.
just draw more cards, and then you play Jeskai Tendency.
But I can have my cantrip also be attached to a 3/2
So,
haste.
shockingly, these S champions kind of dominating this board.
Yeah.
He is kind of in burn range, though. He's a 7.
That is low. I mean, I'm not scared of anything like Tribal Flames here, which is nice.
He's got 1 basic.
Which is nice. I mean, I guess he
got
could
Bolt
get
in
to a
hand, though.
point, and he's also got the
A Bowl and Rancor.
fetch that or not the fetch, the that land that gives
This guy has Tendency
trample.
hype. This guy knows what I'm talking about. This guy has Tendency. Yo, let's go. We need to get some Jeskai Tendencies here at the shop. We do not have enough.
I don't think there's probably like 3 people in the world at this moment that are playing Jeskai Ascendancy in Modern.
I want to get this guy. We have a deck list here. They're all pretty organized decks. Everything's reasonable except for this guy who just has a question mark, question mark, question mark, question mark. A mystery deck list.
I'm assuming it's more of like a kitchen table oriented deck.
Probably, but I want to think of something so crazy that Jake couldn't even fathom it and just couldn't write it down. That's my hope.
Yeah. Just
If we
something
see
so
him,
complex.
if we see him in the 4-0 bracket, we'll put him on. So look
Okay.
forward to that, guys.
Hopefully his deck is nice to him.
Well,
So now,
into ascendancy, that would be the sickest.
so
move.
now, oh whoa, he may get him here. He just drew a haste guy. He's got a bolt in his hand, and he's still got that Rancor.
Nice mana.
And he's
though.
only got one. Ooh, the mana is a tad.
Ooh, he attacked at both of the. What the hell just happened? Why would he
Eddie,
make those lines?
Eddie, I didn't even realize what it was.
Yeah, we
happening.
were talking. I didn't think he was gonna do what he did.
So let's break this down for a second.
He knows about the Rancor.
If we run it back, he knows about the Rancor in his opponent's hand, and he still decided to attack with his 2/2 protection from everything's essentially, which
Pretty good blocking.
I mean,
the
do you
two
think
creatures on the other side.
you just attack with like one there, or none, or
None.
just hang back on D?
You're totally hanging back on
And
D.
just yeah, I agree, and I think that's something that a lot of players probably have difficulty getting to that conclusion, being like, okay, I am an aggressive deck. I'm playing Affinity. I should be attacking. I need my opponent dead. When in reality, in that particular contextually at that moment in time, I do believe he was the control player there.
And I pretty favor this control player.
Yeah, I mean, it's not. He has no profitable attacks. Probably what he has to do is just keep slamming creatures.
He probably just like a burn war for a point.
I mean,
assume
because
what happens is neither player does anything.
Well,
You mean if Rancor? Because he can't attack with just a Rancor guy. Because what happens is he double blocks the Rancor guy, and no damage gets through.
well, if he is willing, I think what you have to do there from the Jund aggro player's position, I already forget his name, is just kind of forfeit bodies for damage, just at 2 damage, just so you can have a chance of being able to burn him out. Because if you get 2 damage in that next turn,
5?
yeah, because
I don't know, dude.
he drew a haste guy there, so I think he would have been in a pretty decent spot anyway. So let's think about it. Even if he didn't attack with his 2 guys, so he would have had a Vault Scourge and 2 2/2s, right? So he gets to equip. He gets to play the Soulbond guy, the 2/1 haster. Put on
No, dude,
a
you're
Rancor.
missing something else too, because he just plays the Vault Scourge,
Mhm.
and then just blocks with Vault Scourge as well. Takes 1 less Rancor damage, gains 1, does net 0. Both of your guys die. Just the Vault Scourge dies.
Yeah, that's not great.
You get nothing out of it.
Well, do you actually get no damage through if you bring in all 3 guys there, one of them with a Rancor?
And Rancor?
With a Rancor. Do you get any damage through?
You will get damage through.
How much?
Well, I'm not sure. I think he attacked with a mainland that turn too, actually. I'm pretty sure I saw him attack with a mainland.
One of the poison guys? Did he have the poison guys that game?
He had both poison and a blink off nexus.
Okay. Yeah, basically, I do believe that Eddie was favored there if he would have been able to hang back. In summary, I believe that would have definitely benefited him. He probably would not have died. And you got to imagine your opponent, your aggressive opponent, a deck full of creatures. They haven't played a whole lot of stuff out of their hand in the past like 2 turns. He's got 3 cards in hand. You got to imagine he's sitting on something there. And I think a pretty reasonable, reasonable assumption is
the best red
Lightning
card
Bolt.
in Modern, like the one that's seen the best play right now. Yeah,
That
so.
I got to imagine was cast at least.
The one he
at
tried
some
to cast on
point.
turn 2 but couldn't because
because his land came into play tapped, which probably would have been a lot better as a Blood Crypt at that particular moment in time, or any fetch, but not here nor there. But right now we're gonna do a little plug for you guys.
Did you see that spicy Keswick Wolf run?
I did see the spicy Keswick Wolf run. That I actually think I did point that out. I do think I did.
Okay, I love that.
At some point. It's a really good card.
It's a sweet
It's
card.
quite a good card. But everybody, we're gonna do a little plug here. Thursdays, if you didn't know, here at GameSwap, we are now running a new competitive Modern League where in order to be qualified for it, you just have to simply donate $5 to the Top Deck Productions Patreon.
Just win 2 Pro Tours.
Or that'll also probably get you in.
You actually get $2 off if you win 3. So.
Oh, very very cool. And here we have sweet prizes. We got some sweet prizes, and you get the glory of being the king of Modern at GameSwap Mason for a full month. Yeah, I think you get your picture up and everything.
You get a name tag.
Unfortunately, I am not going to be able to be present because I have Thursday night classes, which is a damn shame. You better believe I would be there otherwise. We got some great commentators. I believe Adam Olds and Robert Meadows are our commentary men. our commentary men and
Yeah.
boy, maybe.
Together,
Adam
they're
Old,
like
of course,
double
being a
us
boy.
in size and in character.
Yes. Maybe not character. Definitely size. Definitely size. I don't know if any of you, I don't know if the face cam was working for this most recent Thursday night podcast, but I don't know if anybody knows how big Adam Olds is.
He played for the Ohio State University.
He's a big boy. He's a big boy. He would probably eat me fairly easily. Do you?
Yeah, I guess that's fair.
He could probably eat me. He's a big guy. He's a big guy. Anything else? Anything else you really you feeling? Anything else on the tip of your tongue that you're trying to?
I was gonna thank this guy for he called us great commentators. So shout out to this guy. It was also like 10 minutes ago. We were so animated.
Guy. Thank you.
I'm gonna look you up.
I think we had some exciting matches there.
We rock. We're officially a rock stars.
Ooh, nice. Thank you,
K. Daugherty.
Dowdy.
Sounds like Connor Daugherty. I'm not sure that's him. That's the.
What a guy.
That's Connor, the 16-year-old. So maybe not.
So now, guys, I think we're gonna leave you just for a little bit here. We're getting shoot off. I apologize, but I'm gonna go grab some Sun Chips probably. I don't know. I just ate Sun Chips. I don't know if I want more Sun Chips.
I'm gonna go.
What do you guys think? What snack should I get during the break? Give me some recommendations.
One for.
Just so you know, they're not allowed to be healthy. The store has no healthy snacks. No apples, for example. No bananas. Mostly candies.
We're gonna go 1 for jerky and 2 for nuts.
Do they have?
They have jerky.
They have jerky here?
Yeah.
Ooh.
So throw your numbers on the table if you want to be an influence on Victor's eating habits for the day. Do you want to?
Let me know. Sun Chips slay. I concur.
Sun Chips are pretty good.
The garden salsa variety really.
I still think you make a mistake every time. It's definitely onion and chive, dude.
No.
French onion and chive. Oh my god.
Foolish. All right, but guys, we're gonna roll. We got about 7 minutes until our next round. We're gonna scope it out a little bit, find some hot magic for you. We got our deck lists. Let us know what you want to see. We got a nice eclectic.
We'll be right back, guys.
Decks.
We'll be right back.
Just let us know. we care about you guys. Let us know.